Hello, everybody. Andrew Destin here, coming to you guys with our daily Pirates recap here for the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. I'm Jason Mackey-less, going solo here today, coming to you guys after the Pirates beat the Rays 12-8 here at LECOM Park in Bradenton on Friday afternoon. Before we get into recapping that game, I want to remind you that we're brought to you, as always, by the North Shore Tavern. If you love baseball, you'll love the North Shore Tavern. The interior is wall-to-wall Pirates. There are appetizers, entrees, cocktails, and, of course, steak and seafood on a sizzling lava stone. Open every day. The North Shore Tavern across from PNC Park is Pittsburgh's home for steak on a stone. Now, lots of takeaways from this one. I'm going to lead off with Jared Triolo, though. This was a guy who was the story of the day, in my opinion, had a tremendous day at the plate as well as in the field. Jared, what he was able to do, smacking a 3-run home run to left center. He sat on a 0-1 curveball, or cutter, excuse me, got a cutter on the previous pitch, stayed back on it, was right on time for his first home run of the spring. And really, Jared has swung a great bat all spring. It's only been 4 games, but you look at what he's doing. He's picked up right where he left off at the end in September for the Pirates. Now, you got to remember, this is a guy who last year came up, didn't really show much power, really struggled at the plate in terms of putting the ball in play consistently, had a high strikeout rate, went back down to AAA, and what did he do? He worked on his swing, he improved it, and now he's in a position where he's making good use of that 6'3", roughly 205 frame. It's something that's a big deal for the Pirates, and especially so when it comes to that second base competition. Manager Derek Shelton talked about it a little bit post-game, how important defense is going to play in that competition as well, not just hitting. Well, look at what Triolo did today in the field. Got 2 ground balls, mind you, the first of the spring that he's gotten at second base. First ball right up the middle, ranges to his right on the shortstop side of second base, makes an excellent play, relays over to first in time. You'd think that'd be good enough, but the next ball is hit right back to him. He has to dive to his left, gets there in time, gets to his feet, and makes a great throw. There's a reason this guy won a Gold Glove award in the minors. Now, again, it's just the minor leagues. It's not Major League Baseball, but he has shown to have a legitimate glove, and that bat is coming along. So you look what Triolo is doing in the field, what he's doing at the plate. Obviously, it's March 1st. There's a lot of time to go until we get to the end of spring training when decisions become much more significant, and we can actually really figure out who's going to win these kinds of competitions. But if we're drawing straws right now on March 1st, overreaction season as it may be, Triolo has shown that he might be at the top or toward the top of that second base competition. Another guy who, in my opinion, I think is right there at the top as well, Liover Peguero, got time at short as well. He moved over to second base at the very end. It's certainly an open competition still, but I think those are 2 guys who are starting to separate themselves a little bit. Mitch Keller got the start today. He was not the story on the mound, though. Got pulled, after 2 innings. And in came Wily Peralta, a guy who's in here on a non-roster invite. Wily Peralta, this is a guy who's been a journeyman the last few years, had an excellent career at times with the Milwaukee Brewers, was with the Detroit Tigers, and had some success both as a starter and a reliever there in 21 and 2022. 2023, spent that whole season in the minors, did not get a chance to go up to the big leagues. Now this year, he's got a chance to make this team. Now, Shelton talked about how it's probably not going to be as a starter. That's probably not likely. Could be in one of those multiple roles where it's either as a long man, a short man. That's valuable to any bullpen. We saw how much the Pirates prioritized that last year. It's certainly something that Shelton prioritizes. So Peralta is somebody to keep tabs on, especially the way he pitched today. Showed a changeup. It's something he used more than 40% of the time, according to Baseball Savant. Really liked what I saw from that, because Peralta is not a guy at this point in his career that's going to overpower you with what he has in his arsenal. He's got a solid changeup. It's one that he uses effectively, and you pair that with the fastball, it's going to play well for Wily Peralta. So those were 2 guys that I certainly take away from as having good days at the plate. And, of course, to finish things up, Bryan Reynolds. We haven't seen him a ton this spring. He's only gotten 8 at-bats, but what he's done in those 8 at-bats, hit a pair of home runs. Had a second one today. It was a no-doubter to the left. I believe he hit that one 414 feet, according to StatCast. A real no-doubter, that one coming from the right side from the switch hitting outfielder. It's been a solid spring, a solid start for Bryan Reynolds. Certainly a good takeaway there is just that he's right in midseason form here at the beginning of March. And just quick housekeeping, Joshua Palacios, we haven't seen him yet in a spring training game. He is hurt, battling with a lower leg injury. He's not expected to return to the lineup anytime soon, but as of right now, he's nursing a lower leg injury. And as well, Andrew McCutchen, we have not yet seen him in a spring training game. The preliminary plan, which is subject to change according to Shelton, is for him to appear in spring training games as early as the end of next week, as he returns from that slightly torn left Achilles tendon that he had last year. it doesn't look like he's going to be playing the field to start. Imagine there'll be some DH duties and then go from there. But that's the recap of Friday's game. The Pirates win 12-8 here from Bradenton. I'm Andrew Destin with the Daily Pirates Recap, and we will catch you guys all again next week.
It was good. Swing's feeling good. Put a pitch where I was expecting it and put a good swing on it, so felt good.
You saw Brian do it and you wanted to one-up him?
I don't think that's entirely how it went, but maybe some extra motivation from Brian.
Happy with those back-to-back defensive plays in the fourth, ranging up the middle and then sliding to your left there?
Yeah, my first ground balls I've gotten in the spring at second base, so it was definitely good to get a couple reads on hops and stuff like that.
How comfortable was that play to your right? I mean, that's something you're not going to have as many opportunities for at third.
Yeah, it was fine. I was shaded.
Thank you for checking out this content from Post-Gazette Sports. If you watch this video on YouTube, please like the video and subscribe to our channel. For all of the sports coverage the Post-Gazette has to offer, visit post-gazette.com.